100% real things in America that will astonish you. Enigmatic Echoes greets our dear friends. Today, we'll continue taking you on a journey around the world, specifically visiting America. When mentioning America, who doesn't immediately think of freedom, openness, and modernity, right? But don't rush to think America only has tall buildings, luxury cars, or glamorous Hollywood. Besides freedom, this country is also famous for things so strange they're hard to believe. Really, I'm not joking. Many people, even seasoned travelers, when first setting foot here, also gape in amazement at things never seen or heard back home. For example, a restaurant that only serves nude customers, or an entire town dedicated to living dolls. Hearing this, if you're still skeptical, prepare a big bag of popcorn, sit tight and watch the video. About the strangest and weirdest 100% real things in the land of the stars and stripes. Let's start right now. The public toilet door slightly ajar, as if inviting every glance. Have you ever entered a public restroom in America? If not, let me tell you a story that seems small but is far from it. It's the large gap in public toilet doors that surprises many when first seen. It's so open that if you even peeking eyes from outside can slip through. If you're used to discreet, private restrooms like in Vietnam or many Asian countries, then surely when encountering American-style toilets, you'll exclaim in surprise, "Oh my, is this a private room or a buffalo pen?" Of course, it's not due to damage or technical faults. But this open design is completely intentional. Even consistently maintained in most US states for many years now. Hearing this, you might wonder like I did back then. Why build toilets with gaps? Aren't they concerned? If toilets aren't private, who dares to use them? But you know what? After researching, it turns out everything has its reasons. The first reason is safety. Sounds simple but surprisingly reasonable. Americans believe that if there's an incident like fainting, stroke, or even suicidal intentions in the restroom, that gap helps outsiders easily detect and intervene in time. Sacrificing a bit of privacy in exchange for life, worth considering, right? The second reason is more practical, to prevent illegal activities. Since public restrooms are prone to shady happenings, like drug use, illegal gatherings. With a large gap, people are more hesitant to do so, knowing that anyone looking through can spot it. Truly a subtle yet effective deterrent, isn't it? Not to mention, there's also the cost-saving reason. Doors with gaps are easier to mass produce, install quickly, and replace easily. And in America, saving costs on public facilities is very important. Moreover, the gap helps you know which stall is occupied and which isn't. Looking out and seeing foot shadows tells you someone's there. No need to knock or try pushing unnecessarily. Many find it a bit strange. That's convenient, it. In summary, the strange public toilets in America aren't due to carelessness, but rather an intentional difference. It might be annoying for many people, but for locals, it's a habit, part of the public culture here. What about you? If one day you're lucky to get a visa and set foot in America, step into the restroom and feel a draft from the door gap, how would you feel? Inconvenienced or not because you understand the reason now? Please comment your thoughts below so we can all know. But gay toilet, something seemingly obvious, strangely disappears in America. It sounds odd, but in America, a modern country, they have everything from spaceships to robot vacuums. Yet they lack exactly one small thing everyone thought was basic. Do you know what it is? Yes, it's the bidet toilet, post. Well, it's true that stepping into an American restroom, everything is top-notch. Automatic doors, sensor hand dryers, even self-flushing toilets. But then you look around, bewildered. S. The bidet? Can. What to clean up after relieving yourself? The only option is to resort to toilet paper rolls. Some might think it's an oversight. Probably the installers just forgot. But no, Americans intentionally skip the bidet. And the reason, honestly, is both amusing and makes you nod in agreement. Actually, the origin of the so-called BD, meaning the French-style sanitary device, wasn't originally a bidet. Back in France, it was a small water basin placed next to the toilet. After using the toilet, people would move to sit on this basin, then scoop water with their hands to wash. You heard right, using their hands, scooping water to clean. Sounds gross, right? And as you might imagine, Americans, known for cleanliness but disliking getting their hands dirty, immediately reject hygiene methods. For them, toilet paper is quick and feels clean, with no need to touch any water. So, even though bidets were later improved, much easier to use, just a light press and water sprays fully, Americans still say no out of disgust. This habit is so ingrained. Many Americans grow up never knowing what a bidet is. Some travel to Asia or South America, enter a restroom, see a bidet, and think it's a mini plant sprayer or some toy. Misplaced. Some of you might think the reason is a lack of technology. Let me tell you, that's not it. The American market still sells plenty of high-end bidets, even smart toilets with integrated drying and massage water sprays. But most are imported, not a common standard in American restrooms. If you ask Americans why they don't use bidets, 1. Some locals complain that using water makes them feel wet and uncomfortable. 2. While others say that toilet paper is enough. 3. Some even share that. 4. Spraying water makes them feel unhygienic, which sounds contradictory. 5. But indeed, culture varies from place to place. 6. And so, the bidet, which many Asians consider a national treasure. 7. Mysteriously disappears from daily life in America. 8. Meanwhile, Americans happily live with toilet paper. 9. Even fiercely debating which direction to hang the paper correctly. 10. Isn't that interesting? 11. So what about you? If you had to choose between toilet paper and a bidet, which would you choose? 12. And if one day you set foot in America. 13. Would you bring a mini bidet to save yourself? 14. Have you noticed? 15. In most countries that use 16. Their currency will have at least one side engraved with a number showing its value. 17. But America is not like that, folks. 18. American coins are one of the things that puzzle international tourists. 19. Because they don't clearly print the denomination like it. 20. While in Vietnam or European countries. 21. You look at a coin and immediately know its value. 22. In America, you only see people's images, names, and how to. 23. First, let me talk a bit about how Americans name their coins. 24. A 1-cent coin is the smallest. 25. They don't call it 1 cent, but penny, borrowed from the British way of calling. LLC President Abraham Lincoln. 27. But absolutely no number 1 to tell you it's only worth 1 cent. 28. Next is the 5-cent coin, called nickel. 29. This name has nothing to do with the quantity. 30. But simply because this coin is made from nickel metal. 31. So Americans call it. 32. Anyone new who hears nickel thinking it's a food name or something. 33. Will definitely freeze for 5 seconds. 34. Then comes the 10-cent coin, called dime. 35. The name sounds foreign, and it really is foreign. 36. It originates from the Latin word decimus, meaning 1/10. 37. So dime means 1/10 of a dollar. 38. But it doesn't show the number 10. 39. People just have to figure it out themselves. 40. A bit higher is the 25-cent coin. 41. Called quarter, meaning 1/4 in English. 42. Here is a bit more understandable. 43. But if you're not good at English or unfamiliar with it. 44. The name quarter also causes many people to feel confused and 45. You see, the entire American coin system almost never prints clear numbers. 46. It uses nicknames, Latin, metal names, or phrases with deep implications. 47. For natives, this is nothing strange, as they grew up with it. 48. But for international tourists, especially those holding American. 49. It's truly a word nesting game every time it. 50. Many even abandon coins altogether because they're too lazy to guess. Someone told a story about eating at McDonald's and getting a bunch of coins back without knowing which was which. In the end, they collected them all in a jar to keep as a souvenir. So why doesn't the US spread the denomination numbers clearly and visibly like other countries? The simple answer is that they don't see it as necessary. For Americans, just the name is enough to distinguish them. Their currency culture emphasizes tradition, and calling coins by names like dime or nickel has become a part of life that's hard to change. That's interesting but also a bit confusing. ISN. Food portions are always bigger than in the rest of the world. If you've ever dreamed of having a truly satisfying meal, then the US is the place where that dream comes true, literally. Because the food here isn't just about taste. What makes first-timers wide-eyed is the unbelievably huge size. Don't believe it? Then try picturing this for clarity. You order a hamburger in Vietnam that fits in your hand, neat, and you feel light after eating it. But when you set foot in the US and order the same thing, the staff brings out a burger as big as a human face. With fillings piled high, cheese dripping over the edges, thick grilled meat. Eating half makes you want to ask for a pillow to lie down and rest. Pizza is no exception. Some places make crusts as wide as half a meter, with cheese stretching endlessly, toppings covering the surface as if competing to appear. And what's special is that in the US, what they call a small size can sometimes be several times bigger than a large size in other countries. We're not used to it and accidentally order a large U. Or call in the whole team to help handle it. That's not all. Did you know even something simple like French fries can make you sweat when eating in the US? A regular order of fries at a fast food joint is piled high like a small mountain, so full it feels like you're at a fry buffet. Joking either, it. So why do Americans like serving food in such large sizes? The answer is simple. They love the feeling of getting their money's worth, folks. In American consumer psychology, spending $10 and getting a portion twice as big feels like a win, right? In fact, many restaurant chains compete by increasing portion sizes rather than improving quality. Everything is big, it's impressive to eat and look at, so everyone likes it. Moreover, large portions also reflect the fast-paced, hurried lifestyle of Americans. A meal with enough energy for the whole day, eat once and save snacks, sounds reasonable, doesn't it? But if you keep eating like that long-term, who knows what might happen, huh? And hearing this, you probably have no more doubts about why the obesity rate in the US is among the highest in the world, right? However, it can't be denied that eating in the US is a fun experience. The food is diverse, with styles from Europe to Asia, plus a huge size style that makes anyone remember it forever after one try. And you know what's even more interesting? Hey, it's like you have to get out a ruler to measure your meal or take a photo for social media because it looks so unreal. Have you ever eaten a burger heavier than 1 kilogram or ordered a supersized portion of fries and battled it until morning? If you have, quickly sit down and tell us what it's like to feel full all day. That's one thing anyone who To be more precise, when you step into a pharmacy in the US, you might think you just parked your bike at a mini supermarket or convenience store. Yes, I'm not exaggerating. Because in American pharmacies, especially big chains like Walgreens, CVS, or Rite Aid, medicine is just a very small part among tons of items being sold. Like in Vietnam or other developed countries, when you step into a pharmacy or drugstore, you'd probably see shelves full of medicine, staff in white coats, and a faint smell of antibiotics, right? But in contrast, in the US, the first thing that catches your eye is shelves of cosmetics, perfumes, skincare products, taking up whole LLC snack shelves, sodas, all kinds of candies, next to magazines, birthday cards, and even children. We're not done being surprised, you. And if anyone needs to buy household items like cotton balls, alcohol, toothbrushes, or shampoo, no need to go far, they have it all here. The strangest thing is that Americans don't find it strange at all. To them, pharmacies selling consumer goods is completely natural. After buying medicine, conveniently grabbing a bag of chips, a mascara, a snack pack, or mouthwash is as common as daily meals. And the reasoning behind this actually makes a lot of sense. In America, the drugstore model often combines with convenience stores. Their thinking is simple. Sick people or those buying medicine often lack energy and time to run around, so combining everything in one place is both convenient and boosts revenue. People like it, and stores sell more products. It's a win-win situation, right? Additionally, in America, most over-the-counter medications are openly displayed. Buyers find cold medicine, headache medicine, nasal spray themselves and bring it to checkout, without necessarily asking pharmacists like in Vietnam. This makes pharmacy spaces more flexible, not limited to just selling medicine. There's always a prescription counter at the back of the store, where professional pharmacists handle doctor. LL inevitably pass dozens of items that make you want to buy them. No wonder their country is so developed and wealthy, right? Many Vietnamese tourists visiting America for the first time get tricked. They enter a pharmacy but leave carrying loads of snacks and beauty products. That's why some joke that in America, going to the pharmacy not only cures illness but also cures shopping sadness. If Vietnam applied this model, I wonder how it would be. Vacation is a luxury concept. It might sound unbelievable, but taking leave in America isn't as easy as we think. While many countries consider vacation an essential part of life, both for recharging energy and bonding with family and friends. In America, taking time off work is almost a privilege rather than a basic right. For example, in Brazil, workers get 30 paid vacation days per year, not counting holidays and weekends. In America, if you work for a private company, after 1 year of official work, you only get about 10 paid vacation days on average. That's average, many companies aren't. Hearing this, you're probably shaking your head. Why so paradoxical? Yes, it really is paradoxical. But more surprisingly, a 2017 survey showed that more than half of Americans, exactly 52%, don't even use up their meager vacation days. Because they don't. Afraid of missing promotion opportunities, afraid of being judged as lazy, afraid of work piling up, and even afraid of being replaced if absent too long. To put it simply, Americans have a culture of living to work, rather than working to live like many other countries. And that's why in America, working people often get stressed, easily exhausted, burned out, then return to work as if nothing happened. While in European countries, taking a month off for summer vacation is normal. In France or Germany, taking 2 consecutive weeks off raises no questions. People even wish each other happy vacations. Of course, we can't generalize everything. In America, each company has different policies. Some offer generous leave, some even implement unlimited vacation models. Meaning you can take leave whenever you want, as long as you complete your work. But these aren't common, usually only found in large tech companies, startups, or modern, open work environments. For most ordinary workers, especially manual laborers or service industry workers, proper vacation is truly luxurious. Some people work for 5 to 10 years straight without daring to take several consecutive days off. Going on vacation? Not anytime soon. Many choose to save all their vacation days for sickness or emergencies. Taking leave just to relieve stress is considered a luxury not everyone dares to afford. So if you ever thought America was a living paradise, remember, paradise comes with its price. Working here might offer high salaries and good benefits depending on the industry, but in return, personal time is so scarce you have to seize every day. Thinking about it, Vietnam is truly the paradise. There's an entire tribe that rejects the modern world. Think you. That's wrong, you. Strange, right? America is famous for iPhones, lightning-speed internet, electric cars everywhere. Yet there's a group of people who firmly reject all that. T used 220 volts electricity, dawn. They're immigrants from Europe who came to America in the early 18th century, fleeing religious persecution. They choose to live traditionally, blending with nature because they believe simple living means happy living. Sounding extreme at first, but they actually have reasons. They believe uncontrolled technology would destroy family values, community, and faith. That's why Amish people dawn. The Amish people are divided into different branches, each group applying rules differently. Some groups completely ban electricity and vehicles, while others allow hired vehicles, 12 volts batteries at home, as long as they're not dependent on the national grid. T completely oppose technology, but only select what doesn't. Their main language is German, but not the standard German you learn in school. It's a dialect called Pennsylvania Dutch, influenced by English and has evolved over time. However, they can still speak English, especially when communicating with outsiders or in business. T just farm as before. For about the last 100 years, they but their way of working still retains the Amish essence. Simple, meticulous, non-industrialized, and despite living in seclusion, this community has an extremely rapid population growth rate. From 5,000 people in 1920, they now number nearly 300,000, spread across over 30 states in the US and parts of Canada. They believe that having many children is a blessing, bringing both joy and extra help with farm work, essentially making each household a mini-farm. Looking at the Amish, some see them as backward, while others find them admirable. But you see, in the midst of the modern world, they steadfastly live by their beliefs, preserving their culture, language, faith, and community bonds to an almost unshakable degree, something not everyone can do. Truly admirable, isn't it? You see, it's truly a country of freedom where anything can happen. From unenclosed toilets and supersized food to communities living as if back in ancient times, strange yet incredibly interesting. So what do you find the most bizarre and puzzling? What makes you wide-eyed? Have you ever encountered something similar while traveling or living abroad? Don't hesitate, leave a comment below and tell us about it. Additionally, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the Enigmatic Echoes channel so we're motivated to make more weird, fun, and informative videos. For now, goodbye and see you next time. Subscribe to the Ego channel so you don't miss out on exciting